So England are in the final of Rugby World Cup 2019. Not only that, they're 5-point favourites with most bookies. You can go on our website and check out the predictions that most of us pundits have given, and a lot of them are even wider than that. So we're here today, Ben, to talk about the threats that South Africa pose. They're a fine team in their own right under Rassie Erasmus. They've beaten New Zealand fairly recently, as England have. So if you would, can you give me three reasons they can spoil the party on Saturday?
I certainly can. Let's start with the set piece. South Africa, very strong scrummaging side, and I think they really are going to test England in that area. And also, when you look at the line-out, you've got three players, Lou Diago, Peter Steph-Toy and Evan Etzebeth, who are such good line-out forwards that they can really try and pressure England in that area. I know it didn't work for New Zealand last week when they tried to do a similar thing with Scott Barrett in the back row. But this Springbok pack is excellent in that area, applying pressure to the line-out, and the scrum should go well as well. So that's definitely the first area to consider.
Another huge day for Steve Borthwick and Maritoji, and the fact that South Africa have got that 6-2 bench, the bomb squad as they call it. That means they can keep that intensity going for 80 minutes.
I think we're going to have to talk about just the physicality in general of the Springbok side bring. Watching them against Wales, it was like two very similar teams going at each other in that they're so good around the ruck area, so good at sucking in bodies, so good at going through the phases and sort of gradually breaking down your opponent. We've seen South Africa do that so well. It's a traditional Springbok strength that they've come back to since Rassie Erasmus took over, and I can see them just trying to limit England, just trying to soak England's pressure up and just to sort of keep the game tight, and that eventually wears opponents down. England have to do something a bit different to get around that.
Faf de Klerk's got that little free roll, hasn't he? Sort of darting around everywhere. He'll make Ben Young's life really tough, and Faf de Klerk in his own right is a really important individual.
Massively. He's come on so far in the last couple of years, and a lot of that is down to the confidence that's been put in him at Sale Sharks under Steve Diamond. He really has come on leaps and bounds. His experience of the English game is massive as well. We haven't touched on that. There's lots of players in this Springbok team who play in the Premiership who know the English systems. In Vincent Koch, the South African reserve tight head, you've got a man on the inside at Saracens who sort of knows all their methods and how well they work. And it's going to be fascinating to see how their experience of playing against these players and their experience of playing in England is going to benefit them in this massive World Cup final.
Fascinating game in store. England favourites, as we say, but South Africa certainly capable of adding a third World Cup.